Dom was over racing in Spa, a massive bucket list thing, racing an RC30. So we'll talk about that. And obviously, since you've last been on the podcast, the
You've
World
been around the
Endurance and a few other bits and bobs like the CF stuff. So yeah, we'll get stuck into it all. But let's start with a little bit. We've done sort of my race at Open Park. You were over at Spa at the weekend. Do you want to tell us all about that?
What a pain in the arse to get there, mate. I mean, with all this COVID shite. We're not going to go down the cut. We've had 2 years of talking COVID shite.
We aren't talking about the C. We can't use... You told me we're not allowed to use the C word on it.
No, not that one. The other one. Right, there you go. Yeah, you can use that all you want. You know what I mean? We'll just bleep the shit out of it, so don't you worry. But no,
it's a long old slog, isn't it, over there?
Getting it all sorted and everything like that, and you're just thinking, what a pain in the arse. But you know what? It's putting it in plain simple text. It's just paperwork. You know what I mean? And you just think, to go do an event like that, you know what I mean? I've got a call, do you want to go do it? And you just think, my God, yes. It was like...
And when you've done a few laps, you think, it was all worth the shit. And the aggro and the 13 hours of driving, it's worth it, isn't it? Amazing place.
I could not agree more. And the thing is, right, we've done, like, being the TT and stuff like that, you come back from there and you think nothing will replicate that feeling, you know what I mean? No, we've done all kinds of, like, racing around on different roads and you think, yeah, this is similar. But I can honestly say, like, Spa was so close. We were having a bit of crap before, and it is, how close is that to the TT?
It's the nearest you're going to get to a short circuit to the TT that's, like, transferable, if that makes sense. Just with because the length of the lap, you know, you're not coming up on that same turn.
The terrain, the length, the smells, everything.
Yeah.
How long is the lap?
6 kilometres. Go on then. What's the conversion on that? Is that 4?
It'd be 4 and a bit, won't it?
4 and a bit mile, and it's just. But the thing is, all right. Like we've done, Southern, we've done the Macau, we've done like all like Irish. Macau, you know what I mean? Like we've done like the footpath racing, and you think this is close to the TT, but I can honestly say that is so close. It is. But the thing is, right?
I think the thing around there as well is the barriers are close.
My God, you get that wrong.
There's a lot of places. I very rarely on a short circuit even. Like you don't really notice the barriers, do you? But there are places at Spa where I thought there's a right-hander before there's a real fast left called Blanchimont, and there's a right-hander, and on the exit of the right-hander there's 10 foot of tarmac, a tyre wall, and then the gable end of a house, and you're like, could go wrong, couldn't it? Because your brain's on short circuit, but then there's just little reminders of. And then Blanchimont's like a flat out in fifth on a superbike. It's flat fifth left-hander, and the barriers. Well, I won't you tell about your story, but we saw a lad wash the front there and he hit the barrier. So there are a lot of similarities to the roads where you think, ooh, that's a bit near.
But I just mean even like the camber change, the smell, that like the height different, the elevation, everything. The thing is, right. I was going to say to you, come here, you've got to go do it. But I can honestly give, the best advice I could give to you is do not do it yet. Not the safety element, is it will ruin
every other
circuit you go to. I cannot stress that enough to you, because it's a bit like, go out there.
But do you know what I think you might find is, because he's not wired to do the same things that we've done. James Westman was riding for the 333 World Endurance Team.
Yeah.
And he said he did a little, I don't know if it was on the Friday when we'd done the practice or the Thursday. He came over and I said, what do you reckon then? And I'm yipping it up thinking this place is mega. Westy was like, ooh, Jesus Christ, why the walls are too near, the barriers too. And you know, from a short circuit thing, you might notice that a little bit more. And even my teammate, John Railton, he said the same thing. He said, after a Rouge, you go up the hill and there's a little right kink onto like the top straight.
The thing is, the curbs are proper elevated. You step off them, you are in trouble. And the thing is, all Rouge, you just hook one gear out and you're driving up, and it can go wrong so quickly, and it's just barrier.
On the exit there was a bad Formula 1 crash, wasn't there? Where a guy went into the barrier and then I think he got collected, and I think that ended in a fatality. But there's like a little right kink, and I don't know if you noticed, I only noticed because I ended up on them, the edge of the circuit is actually got like a brick edging. Aye. So there's the end of the circuit, then a brick edging, and then grass, and I had to run over the brick edging to go past somebody because I had no other option. I was committed at that point. But then there's like 4 foot of grass and then an Armco, And I didn't really notice it, but Westy said to me, and John, my teammate, said, "Oh, horrible through there because the Armcos, you know." So
no, like, the thing is, I know what you mean about potentially the wiring upside of it, but my God, it's like it makes, you know, when everyone says, I'm trying to think, like, is Cadbold the most dangerous?
No,
you know when you talk
Alton's,
about
yeah, Alton's a bit quicker into that's the thing with Alton. It's fast, but they've done a lot with safety, haven't they, around there?
They have, but I think, like, say, the European riders that come, I think they would think there's a few places at Alton, like, I had a few big moments in qualifying coming out. Do you know when the first chicane, is it the
Britain
chicane? Yeah, and then you come out of there and head over the hilltop. If as I flicked left to like motor up the hill there, I think I touched the white line there in the wet, and it like sort of spatters. And as I was kind of getting crossed up, I looked up, and there is just a wall on the right. There's a like tiny bit of grass, and then a wall there.
My best mate died there in 2008.
Really?
At the top of Hilltop. We don't really know the ins and outs of it because nobody sort of saw what had gone on. But yeah, he was like my big brother, and he died there. But they have changed it since then because it was a tyre wall, and it was just tyres bolted together. So what we understand was his head went into the V of the tyres, whereas now it is an Armco, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
So technically they should be safer because you go down the side of them rather than there's nowhere to get a wedge. But you don't think that at the time. You just think, fucking hell, that wall's coming at me sharpish.
I had a slide there, and it's the first time I've thought to myself, bloody hell, if I crashed there, I would actually hit that wall. And it's never even crossed my mind.
Getting old, mate.
Same thing, do you know, over, you come out of the second chicane, motor up, it's the fastest part of the track, you go over Clay Hill.
Yeah.
And
I always used to go through there and then think the barrier, because they've moved that barrier back after John Kerr committed, didn't they? I always used to go through there and think, fucking, that's a bit near, isn't it?
You get crossed up there and go on the grass there. You're not slowing down before you hit the wall. So it is dangerous, but not on the same level as what you lads do.
No, but it's not even. I honestly didn't see the danger element. Like, I'm not saying that. It's the fact is, like, you know, before the start finish, you know, the right left, you know, that crack.
Yeah.
There's a corner there. Like on an RC30, I was flat stick, like just, and then just in the front was like offloading, and it's like there's just paint, isn't it? You know what I mean? You go off there, and it's just, the thing is, it drops away. You're coming off. There's no the element of getting self hurt. Yeah, you'd run out, but fuck me, it's just unreal.
Who was your teammate?
Alex Sinclair. He'll be listening to this now. You better mention me right now.
No, I think he's a sound lad. Him and his dad are lovely.
Oh, Ian and Alex, absolutely. I can't thank them enough because they're the ones who pushed me to get on. And Ian Martin provided the bike under like the team bike banner and everything like that. And it was just
always makes me laugh. He talked to his dad, and his dad sounds like he's from the West Country, and then Alex opened his mouth and sounds like he's from Swansea.
I know, right? Same mama, different daddy.
What was the RC30 like to ride?
Oh, mate, it was we're all friends. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It was a bucket list bike, but it was it was a bit of a nail, to be fair. I'm gutted. Thing is, the lads rode it at Paul Ricard, and you know they're very open about it. Like the competition and that level, were pumping tens of these bikes are worth, like, we're talking Joey Dunlop won TTs, they've won World Endurance events, they've won World Superbikes. Those were the bikes back in the day.
Steve Neat and Johnny Towers rode the Neat RC30
at Paul Ricard, exactly.
They were using our pit box, and the thing, you just look at it and think,
it was a proper super bike.
John Neat builds, what a lovely bike. What a lovely bike. And that's the level that's what you have to better that or match it, don't you?
Of course, exactly. So Ian Martin, you know, he bought the bikes, he funded, got the bikes there and everything, and it was a case of the bike was brilliant, but it was a budget bike. But basically, it had more oil coming out of it than going in. The suspension, my God, don't even get me, like, my grand's bra had more support than that bloody bike. I'm telling you. Oh my God, lovely. Just tipping in. Oh yeah, it was like, it's graphic, isn't it? Like, oh God, love me grand. But like, no, it was great. The thing is, I can't take away like how lucky I've been, you know what I mean? That Alex and Ian and Martin and like everyone, you know, John, everyone, just to get me there, to go around that track. It's one of those, you can't refuse opportunities within reason. I was so lucky that, now, to be blunt, you kindly offered me an opportunity to go do endurance, but it was a case of privateer team and you have to put money in. At the time you offered it, I just didn't have the money, and I've gone shit. And you think, money isn't everything. But it is, and we'll end up spiraling out down a different control of a conversation here. Because I remember hanging up the foot. No, you didn't actually. You were a perfect, absolute gentleman, even with a sketchy haircut like that. You are trustworthy.
I need a haircut now. It's a bit out of control, isn't it?
No, but like you rang up and said, "Look, give yourself a few days, try and figure it out." When I rang everyone, I was like thinking, "Oh God, here we go," and I just went, "Look, I can't do it." And I remember hanging up the phone, going, I've missed a huge opportunity.
There'll be another one. There'll be another one.
No, but there might not be. Life is too short, and that's
what we do to ourselves, isn't it? Fucking hell! If that opportunity's gone, we're never going to get it again, and it'll come round. It'll come round again.
Nah, but like then this team bike opportunity came up, and I just went, I'm going, and I got to do something so incredibly iconic, like an event that my dad's always wanted to do, and he's never had the opportunity to do it himself. And I just went, this is huge for me.
Was that meeting the Bikers Classic? Do they call it the Bikers Classic? Was it just a classic bike meeting?
No. It was the Classic Endurance World FIM classic league of it. So
they do.
Happens to most men, especially married one.
You need a blue tablet for that. My microphone moved, for those of you not watching. Because they do one at Spa called the Bikers Classic.
Yeah, that was normally in the...
Because I've done that before.
Right.
And that's a brilliant... And they do a classic endurance there with all the classic superbikes.
But how long was the race?
It was only a 4-hour race. But like I tell you what, like the thing is, they constantly have like track days ongoing and stuff like that. If I'm lucky enough to get invited back again, you know what I mean? And I would love to go do it again. But they combine, like, they fit practices around and like fit other races around. They had like the Belgium superbike race there. Mate, I do not care what kind of superbike I'll go on. I'll even go, like, it doesn't matter what it is. I need to enter that as well. To go around there on a superbike or a stock 1000 would be fun. Like, wow. I got to go on the superbike of that era.
Yeah.
But to go around there on a new bike
proper tyres, proper suspension, a thing that handles, that goes where you want it to go.
God.
I rode around there in 2014 and 15 on a 350 bull taco.
Mint.
In that Bikers Classic thing. And I think my lap time was I did a 3-minute dead on it. But I mean, the thing couldn't pull the skin off a rice pudding. And I came away from there and I said exactly the same thing. I need to ride around on here on a proper bike that handles, that goes exactly where you want it to go. And you will do. One day you'll do it and you'll just think, oh my God, what a place. It's just phenomenal.
And you ended up getting on the podium as well, didn't you?
Yeah,
fair play.
We got a podium. So no, me and Alex, I'll tell you what an absolute bollock and I got off him. It was absolutely mint. So it was racing. We just chipped away, got faster and faster and faster. Both me and him got faster and faster. We kept adjusting the bike, even throughout the race. And the bad thing, we were doing oil stops as well as fuel stops, because you only have one bike at a time. It was pumping out oil under the back tyre and everything. It was mental. It was absolutely great.
Where did you qualify? Was there a load that dropped out? That's not me saying you only got,
We qualified, I think we qualified 9th overall out of everyone. I tell you who I'm gutted for. The Wiz Norton team were there. Gary Vines was riding, Sean Anderson. Yeah, Sean Anderson was there, and Richard, and Ed was there from the TD, and like Andy, his dad, and like it was like the English shot just got crammed together. You know what I mean? It was like some like proper old school riders from like the Paget days and everything. It was just like this is like a home away from home kind of thing.
When you say the class, what was the class within the race?
I have no idea. There was like an open class, and then like see the Wiz Norton, because they had it upside down folks. It was like in the but that Wiz Norton with Gary Vines on, and like Sean Anderson's never been there himself. Gary Vines has been a few times. The noise of that Norton. The rotary Norton, the one that Josh Brooks rode at the Classic TT,
nice.
Gary went through me looking for the shortcut down this straight. And I'm like, oh my God, Gary, do it again. You know what I mean? It was just phenomenal. But unfortunately, they had a seizure. So the bike absolutely packed in. You think, that is a long way to go, innit, to do an endurance event. The endurance event money was £1,500 just for the entry. You know what I mean? That's a lot of cheddar. That's a lot of bacon, innit? Yeah, but you can have up to 3 riders at this event, and you just think, my God, they've gone all the way there again to try and get a finish, and it's just like, my God, you think that's painful. But we, like the Honda, good old reliable Honda, it just
kept plugging away.
Kept plugging away, and it just like the suspension overheated and everything like that. But like I say, for a lad who just bought the bike, prepped it as best he could with everything, and it was absolutely mint. Like even like Dunlop got on board, they provided the tires, and like Team Bike, the bike magazine were behind it, and you just think this is just proper. Like
what was Belgium like as a country? I've never been.
I'll tell you what though, you remember when I like did like a little review on Macau?
Yeah.
And obviously it's pretty much smell to me. I reckon Calais smells like canned spam. I opened the window and immediately put it back up. I was like, this country stinks. You know, straight out the bottom like that, straight into Belgium. Was like that. This is lovely. I'll tell you what though, there's no women out there, mind.
In Belgium,
I'm not selling it for you right now. Literally walking around, like they were like hay bales.
I'm out.
He's not going. 100% not going.
Stick to Alton Park.
But I'm telling you, honestly, there was just no women. I'm absolutely devastated. They were like hay bales with feet.
Devastated.
Of course it was. You know, I'm thinking I'm off to a European country. I'm going to have 7-foot goddess women with long blonde hair feeding me drinks and holding me brolly and stuff like that.
The reality was you're just surrounded by a lot of pot-bellied dudes with moustaches smoking cigars and eating chips out of a cone with mayonnaise.
That's it.
Everything you're not into.
Yeah, well, on Thursday, Friday, it's a little bit different for me. You know what I mean? Get a couple of port brandies down me. There you go. But but like I say, the event is just, it's like every event. The problem is when you fall in love with a place, you just think one thing, don't you? How do I get back?
Yeah.
And that is the problem. But my God, I've put the Euros on. It's 122 million tonight, gentlemen. 122 million. And my God, I would love to go do like a proper. I think I heard a rumor they're talking about doing a 24-hour race there.
Yeah, it's on the calendar for next year. Yeah. That was why there was quite a few of the World Endurance guys there when we went for that European round, because they're kind of using it as a bit of an opportunity to get there, do a little bit of testing, get the riders sort of used to
Team France were there. France Honda were there.
Were they?
My God, they were banging out some laps. They did all the track day sessions, everything. They were just there for the whole week. Bang, 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 bang.